Tengai Makyō Jiraiya. It does say Ziria down there, but every time it comes up, they with voice acting they say Jiraiya. So I'm calling it Jiraiya, which I think it's this guy. Yeah, this guy is Jiraiya, right on the cover art. This is the first game on the Far East of Eden series, an RPG series published by Hudson. This was made by Company Red, like they have Bonk pedigree, and this is credited Neat Frog. It is. It's a very neat frog. And this game is credited, as I've mentioned last time, with being the first ever RPG released on CD-ROM. It has voice acting, it has TurboGrafx cinematics, which are the best kind of cinematics because it's all pixel art. No video compression, no codecs, no nothing. So they are perfect. I'm on Makyō, welcome my friend. And the game is fun. We're playing with a fan translation. I came across this game and I was thinking, you know, this game looks awesome. I might play this using my translation software. But then I found out it's actually fan translated, so I don't even need to do that. Which is good because there's a lot of text. Fun game. I have notes. I have notes on the game. Not a lot. The game doesn't need a lot of notes. I have notes for tiny bullets. 4 lines of notes for tiny bullets. Yeah, we had just gotten to Kumogiri Hamlet 2, I think. And we have to get to Benmo. And to get there, there's a secret path that goes under Mito Castle. We still only have one character. We were thinking that we were gonna get the second one, but it was a trick. It was a Tanuki disguised as the second character, which is amazing. We had a lot of Tanuki saying Pom Pokorin, which is today's stream title. Tiny Soda. It's not the usual, but it is a tiny one. Come on, the third levels. I can't always find the bottle, the tiny bottle one for sale on the market. This is like 20 milliliters more. It's nothing. It's not a regular can. I do have regular cans. I might have to resort to those. I probably will have to resort to those. It's yeah. I'm 2 feet tall. That sun is super small. Oh, we can do like camera tricks. Just oh look, it's so tiny, Chad. It's so tiny, and then I can do the other camera trick. No, look, it's gigantic. Look at the size of that can. It's clever camera angles. Like it's amazing to think that in the vast majority of scenes in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, there is no special effects to get the hobbits to look small. It's just camera tricks everywhere. They're kind of sorcerers. Nice. Anyway, let's get in here. Let's push. Ooh, I had forgotten. This game is so fun. Right, I was using, I moved to the second slot. This file will be read and you will resume from it, okay. Resume the timer. Okay, I don't remember if we talked to everyone. No, we're not saving. Welcome to the inn, we will stay now. You were probably too young to remember, but Chief Kumogiri was once a pupil of the Toad Hermit, just like you. Apparently, when you were very young, he took one look at you and concluded that one day you'd become a fire hero. I think we saw this dialogue, but I think this was the only place we saw dialogue at before in this town. Chief Kumogiria ordered me to infiltrate Castle Mito. I just got back. Apparently there's a secret path to the lands of Benmo under the castle. Yeah, that's the one note I took. Oh yeah, this guy.
あんたは火の勇者として大門教のデーモンたちと戦うなら必ずや力になるぜ。
I don't want this guy behind me.
ガーマ仙人との約束なんだ。だがそれだけじゃねえ。大門教の奴らが許せねえのさ。
Is the Toad Hermit that Toad on the cover art? That cover art, I do like it, but this is like the commemorative edition cover art. The original one is just a circle. It's very bland and boring because I think it was supposed to look like a CD because it was a big thing at the time, but it's very bland and boring. I like this one up here a lot more.
人の弱みにつけ込んで信者にさせ挙句に魂を抜き取るなど全くひでえ話だぜ。それをなんとかできるのはジライア。勇者であるあんたしかいませんぜ。
Has anyone here ever watched the tokusatsu Jiraiya? Because I fucking loved it. It's from the 70s or 80s or something. But no one ever... I've never seen anyone talk about it ever, anywhere. Jiraiya-san, this is Kumogiri Hamlet 2. Chief Kumogiri is waiting for you inside the inn. Yeah, I've talked to him already. He gave us something. Or he taught us something, I don't recall. Chief Kumogiri founded Kumogiri Hamlets all over the country as beacons of justice. In case Masakado were to return, the Fire Clan rise up against him. Chief Kumogiri may not be a descendant of the Fire Clan Makyō, but none can deny his love for justice. Right, this is consumables and the map we already have. He thought me to crit. No, that was the swordsman that we had to defeat. Swordmaster. We had to defeat the Swordmaster. That gave us the move that crits. It seems the cult of Daimon is gathering believers by telling them that if they join, they can become immortal. Chief Kumogiri has been expecting you, Jiraiya-sama. He looks forward to teaching you one of the techniques he designed. He did teach us something. Was it a spell then? The healing spell? I think we had that heal before. Homo, I love that every time there's like one guy with a special portrait like this. Homon-sama was kicked out of Mito Castle by Goemon, one of the heads of the cult of Daimon. He's a violent man who loves torturing people. Oh. They're so good at dodging the talk. The Daimonists are using Mito Town as their base. It's just north from here, beyond the lake. I can't possibly, like... As I was preparing to start today's stream, I realized that after missing 2 streams in a row, I remember jack shit about this game. Well, not jack shit, I'm sure some of it will come back to me. Everyone there has been acting weird ever since. If you can steal the money successfully, you get to keep it for yourself, but don't forget your quest. Oh, he taught me how to steal! Remember? That's what he taught me to do. Yeah, now I remember. This is a thieving school where you can improve your thievery in order to help defeat the cult of Daimon. Head inside, avoid the instructors, and steal the money from the casket. Is this a different one than the one I already did? It is. Yeah, this is more advanced than freaking... Metal Gear Solid. It's harder to. Metal Gear has nothing on this game. Superb stealth action. How much money is that? 2! Oh! 2 reals. Don't spend it all in one place. That means we can buy 2 things worth 1. Why would you take that bridge? I want to try stealing, see what happens. Bachi heavy. Thievery technique. I stole 5, okay. So when we need more money... Man, that's a lot of damage. I think I might need to farm a little bit and head back to heal. Now look at these sprites, man, they're so cool. The Busuma. It dodged. Let me heal. 36. 36. So 17? If we are 70 or lower, we can get full of that, but I don't know if... Hang on. Virtue, yeah, there is a lot of virtue that we need to level up still. Oh, 2 of these. That would be a good time to crit. Which means we won't. Now it's getting initiative. Those tore me up. Yeah! Take a lot of damage from these. It's the dog from Shadowrun. But we follow a toad, not a dog in this one. It's different deity. Same shit, I'm sure. I'm gonna farm a little bit here until I run out of toilet paper, and then I can rest at the end. At least do a full round of training like that.
Thank you.
Big Fatty Plus, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Really appreciate it. Welcome to everyone from Big Fatty Plus's channel. I'm Culprit. I stream most days of the week. Starting around this time, actually, we started like 30 minutes ago. And this is our second stream of Tengai Makyō Ziria, which is the first ever RPG released on CD-ROM for the PC Engine CD, aka TurboGrafx CD. Very fun game, takes place in Japan, a fictional Japan that is like is like a parody of what Westerners think Japan should be like, so it mixes up a bunch of things from different eras on purpose. Very fun game. Okay, my friend, what were you doing? Prince of Chain! Oh, right. You're still going through Prince of Chain. Well, the last time I watched, you were very close to the beginning still, but that was a few weeks back. How's that game treating you? That game is fucking awesome. Freaking love it. Zofar is work lurking. He is. Someone has to work on this channel. Right, I'm playing games, you guys are watching someone playing video games. Someone has to work to support all of that. And then he comes back just to say hello, then he leaves again. He's like the Caped Crusader, he swoops down, hello, and leaves. It was crashing. How are you playing it? I think Prince of Chain I did inside 86 box on the Windows 98 machine. No. No, Prince of Chain is too heavy for that. I played on a Windows XP virtual machine running inside VirtualBox. It ran really fucking well and I got access to the 3D acceleration stuff. It was properly contained and I don't think it ever crashed. Windows 11 with mods. Well, best of luck, that can't be easy. I wanna work, I just wanna watch! Yeah, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or something. Yeah, now the sequel, Seal of Evil, that one didn't run properly on Windows XP. Technically that one is available on GOG. I think I do have the GOG version. That might have been the version I played, but it was still a pain to capture properly. I think it fucked up the cinematics on my first attempt. Right, no, on the 86, on 86 box, what I did play was Hazard and the spiritual successor, The Fate. Which, to me, like, you have Hazard and The Fate, and for some reason I associate that with Prince of Chain and Seal of Evil. And in part because technically those games are very similar, because all four of those games are party-based Diablo-likes. And The Fate is... more people should check it out. Like, I get the Hazard is very janky, and it might not be the easiest to play, but The Fate was very good and fun, and it had a lot of like good spell casting systems. Because it's very good Diablo clone. I think that it kind of helps the game because Hazard has like up to 10 characters, and you play with a party of 5, I think it was. Which did make things a bit hectic in like selecting the party and controlling everyone. But The Fate had exactly 3 characters. You didn't switch characters around, and you played with those 3 at all times, and I think that helped the game. Like, it simplified a little bit so they could focus on better mechanics. I think this is Makyō Town? Yes, Makyō Town. I'm glad Homon and his stooges are gone. I was so sick of Kaku's dreadful wordplays. He dodged the talk. The Cult of Daimon is fantastic. It heals all sicknesses, restores your youth, and frees you from all the world's ills. Right, these guys are all brainwashed by the Daimonists. The head priest seals the way to the castle to protect it from bad guys. How ingenious! The crashes are annoying and they were frequent today, but the game is still awesome. The game is awesome and the crashes are not the game's fault. At least because I didn't get any. It's something at play with Windows 11 or the mods you're using. Which is unfortunate. You could always try to run it differently like I did. And just copy your save files over, unless the mods do things that would affect the save files. It's always a risk. What? You're not in the Cult of Diamond? Get out of here, moron! I hope you lose all your stuff. What? This is a bank, you can store things, including your money, and I think that if you store your money there, you don't lose it, all of it when you die. I mean, you only lose half anyway. This is Makyō Town. Thanks to the Cult of Diamond, we can all live happy lives. Right. Right. No, stop right there. Only Diamondists may pass through here. Turn back at once. Yeah, fuck you. Wanna fight? You wanna go, guy? Our town is peaceful thanks to Gomon-sama's protection. We are eternally grateful. Anyone can become a Diamondist. Simply need to go to the church and get baptized. You should go right now. No thanks. Those who want to join the Cult of Daimon are being convinced by Gomon-sama in Mito Castle's dungeons. Oh. That doesn't sound good, friend. Oh, that looks like the church, maybe. The people of this town are so kind. It's because the Cult of Daimon has washed away the evil in their hearts. Right. And this is the temple where you get baptized, I'm pretty certain. Nothing that requires taking notes here so far. What? You're not a Diamondist. Leave at once. You're stinking up the place. Humph. Does that mean we won't be able to use the shops either? Can we believe that the self-proclaimed fire hero actually thinks he can defeat the Cult of Diamond? Gomon-sama will surely put an end to him in no time. Yeah, we'll see about that. Welcome to the armory. May I interest you in this Gomon sword? You'll clip in half anyone foolish enough to oppose the Cult of Diamond. It is usually 5 Ryo, but will have a special price of 5 billion Ryo for non-members of the Cult of Diamond. Buy now and I throw in a Gomon-chan doll for free.
What's wrong? Seriously? Auto-updating now? General, I won't be able to calculate the right data for the satellite for 49 minutes.
How long till impact?
11 minutes and 44 seconds.
Fuck Microsoft! Okay. Fuck!
Alright,
Zoffer, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, my friend. I appreciate the support. Money already has a destination. I had a thing at work not a few weeks back, and the guy that had his computer hooked up to the TV, and I was walking us through the training. His Windows did update. We had to wait for Windows to update. And I was like, yeah, no, there is this one scene from this one show, and someone in the room goes like, fuck Microsoft! Yeah, that one. I was surprised. Oh no, the Terra levels. I'm so sorry to hear, my friend. I wish you well on your last days on Earth. Barely knew you. So I can't use the armory there? Welcome to the general store. I'll pay premium prices if you got human souls for me. See, Gomon-sama pays good money for the souls of those with a grudge against the world. I can't use any of the shops, so I'm assuming I can't use the inn either. Huh, you wanna stay? Sure, have a room just for you. It's 50 million for the night. What, you ain't got that much? Then get out of here. I ought to kill everyone. I'm sure that would solve things. Also, there isn't someone to save the game over there. Command, kill everyone. Yep. Let me try to get to the castle first. Just to see. I have to go all the way up. Ah yes, I can run. I forgot I can run. There we go. Whee! Zoom! Wait, there is more shit over here. You could run this whole time. Yeah, I forgot, okay. Don't stare at me. I forgot. The 3 levels. I've played the most recent Animal Crossing on Switch. I bought it on a whim, and I was like, why the fuck would I play this? It sounds dumb. I have like hundreds of hours. I did everything there was to do in the game pretty much. And I enjoyed myself for some reason. And I swear to God, for the first 100 hours, I didn't know you could run. I did like a lot of shit in building and shit. Because there was nothing teaching you that you could run in the game. No one ever mentioned, oh, you could also run. At some point, I pressed the button by accident or something, and I started running. Oh, that helps. You know, culprit and ignoring or forgetting basic mechanics in video games. I do that a lot. I could have run this whole time. Gomon-sama should beat the crap out of those fools who speak ill of the cult of Daimon. Everyone is brainwashed over here. Wahaha, thanks to the cult of Daimon, I can spend my days having fun without a single care, no need to work or anything. You know what, that kind of sounds nice. Where do I sell my soul? I go to church every day to pray. As a result, I'm no longer bald. You are, though. Chat, today I had someone say to me, and that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. And it felt good. Someone told me today that they were envious of my hair. And I was like, what? I never thought I would hear those words. It felt good. That Kumon fool has been driven out of the castle by Gomon-sama. Bet he's off crying some check. I heard some failure clan is rising up against the cult of Daimon. There is really no cure for idiocy. Why is everyone so mean? Does this just leave town? It comes off the other side. What about these guys? The people of Makyō Town have been taken to the castle's dungeons to get fixed. Once Gomon-sama replaces their souls, they'll become faithful daimonists. Because they mean, yeah, they very mean. The head priest has sealed the path to the castle. Only daimonists can go through. Right, let's check the church. Man, look at that frog animation behind us. Replaces their souls. Yeah, the previous ones were too old and used up. Glory to Gomon-sama! Long live the Cult of Diamond! Oh. Holy shit, that thing. It's a demon Buddha. Only the faithful shall be saved. Let the head priest baptize you. No. Yeah. I did. He does have the things on his eyes, so I think this might be a Tanuki. Oh yeah, the Tanuki boss. All right, it should be fine. We don't have full health, but we have 3 heals. That was 6 damage. 6 damage. Just want to know, like, what is... Okay, I have to heal now because there is no guarantee I heal before he attacks, so if I leave it for the next turn, he might kill us before we heal. When someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. Good, you don't see his balls. What do you mean good? Yeah, he's attacking first. Multiple strikes, get freaking wrecked. I'm gonna steal from him. 27, not bad. So it's 12 health or less. I have to. Bokuden Slash! Take that critical. Mago spell. What? 15 damage? What? Okay, I'm fucked. That's not fair. Oh, I got lucky. I healed first. Why? He used it right at the worst moment. So Gomon is one of the cultists. There are a grand total of 13 of them. Okay. So this might be the end of the Tanuki enemy cycle. Yokai and monsters. Kudasai ne. Pampakarin. They'll cheer for us in secret. Pampakarin. Gomon is holding the townspeople captive in the castle's dungeons. Please save them. Oh, he's replacing everyone with Tanuki. Pampakarin, I'm sorry, I'll stop tricking people. Yeah, everyone was a Tanuki. Can I... Wait, what? Wait, come back here. Go through Innard's Grotto and reach the next country, Banmo. I think I'll have to go back to the previous town to heal and save before heading for the dungeons. I hope I can survive this. Oh, I have one more heal. If I don't die before the heal goes off. Thank you. Oh, Kogama, the frog attacked. I forgot the frog can attack sometimes. Ranger. I could have teleported here, I forgot. I didn't have to walk all the way over here. That was an unnecessary risk we just took. It happens. I forgot you can just teleport. Yes, yes, at your levels. We're remembering how to play the game. Give me a break. The Kumoguri towns in the game are teleport spots. You can teleport to them. I can't teleport to Mito, but I could have teleported down here. Right, but it's just these guys, so I still can't use any other services here. Please save the villagers before you go through Innard's Grotto, especially the young ladies. Yeah, okay. But you're Tanuki, why does it... Gomon has thrown all of the town's residents in the dungeons of Middle Castle. Yeah, the whole thing about replacing their souls was just like bluffing. He replaced them with Tanukis. Is that better or worse than replacing their souls? Chat, would you rather have your souls or your balls replaced? Because that's what's at stake here. Holy sh... Oh yeah, these guys. That looks like a fucked up Stitch from Temu on the right. Ah, Hanabi's family, motherfucker! How about no? You have to choose one, Regrettabus. And if you don't have any balls, you gain some. In addition to whatever you already have. Shit, that thing cast a spell on us. And we're... There is no reason to accept that. We recently saved. Now that's worrying. Why is it so difficult? We still don't... We can't buy better shit. Because the store is not manned. And we don't have a second party member yet. It's a very long time to go through the game without getting the second party member, I feel. I find it very interesting when I really like the idea, and most party-based RPGs do this. I really like the idea of you starting with one character and then getting the others as the game progresses. Most RPGs do that. I really like it. Just feel like maybe it's like this is like the second boss dungeon thing that we're going through already. You know what I could do? I could maybe buy some consumables? I don't know what these items do, but I'm pretty sure Toad Oil heals. I mean, do I want that? I need to farm a little bit, maybe. We are very close to we're very close to leveling. They are. They got initiative. I got hit multiple times, so I healed just in time. Yeah, and I didn't, Zofir, don't worry. That was close, yes. That was like, phew, almost. Precise. Something. What happens if we try to move on? They did say we should clear the dungeon first, which is reasonable. And if we become locked, I will like reload. Jesus, 3 of these. I don't know if this is harder than Dark Stitch and the spell that does 30 damage. I might be dying here. Holy fuck. Man, even Kogama is attacking and they're all still alive and they're doing multiple attacks as well. Jesus.
This is fine.
Yeah, I don't know what... There was a difficulty spike right now. I don't know why. The game was very reasonable up to this point. I mean, 1989 RPG, like, it's understandable, perfectly reasonable for you to, like, not be perfectly balanced. You know, I was thinking, because of the whole, like, 3 party members that you get eventually, I was thinking of Dragon Quest II. Dragon Quest II has a notorious difficulty spike on the last third or quarter of the game, where you do have to, like, okay, it's time to farm a bunch of levels, otherwise this is fucking impossible. You know exactly where that is if you have played that game. There is a large red stone mark with a yellow die symbol. There is. Do I use the giant tweezers on it? No. Do I use... Right, so whatever it is, we do have to get to the castle first. Yeah, I think I'll do this fight and teleport unless I get a level. And even then I might teleport just to save. I might die here though. That thing took a critical and didn't die? Epic Fire plus thank you once again for the raid. The plus string carry is very important. Yep, grab a I have to try and run away. Okay, I think I just lost all that experience that I just got. One health! Chat, 1 health! By the way, I have to walk out of the tile and in again. I have 1 tile chance of getting a fight. We didn't. I had realized that last stream. Let me write this down. Yes, go ahead. That's already half of my health. We will be leveling up right here, I think. Yep, level 8. 1 speed. 1 step closer to bringing down the Cult of Diamond. 1 speed, that's it. We also get 1 toilet paper, but we need 2 more for an extra heal, so... This is not Japan, this is Japan. They do have a lot of feral squirrels in Japan, apparently, yes. Completely unrelated Japan. I wonder why we call this Japan when the actual name is Nihon. And I wonder if that's offensive to them somehow. I know some Brazilians take exception to having Brazil written with a Z into mystery, okay. Alright, no documentation whatsoever, got it. Yeah, here comes Death Squad Stitch. Makyō, 15 damage. I'm gonna try to heal. I just saved again, so that's whatever, but I think I'm dead. Yep. Like, what the fuck? Why is it so hard? Do I have to just grind levels a bunch more? Because I can't buy anything on that town. There's nothing here. What she said. Why is it so hard? Because what she said. You were typing that. As though there can't catch a break. Right, that's the level we had gotten before. The enemies around here are obviously easier to deal with. Just relax, cultivate your harmony. Wisdom will reveal itself in time. Patience is the path forward. Cultivating harmony will result in growth. Hello there, Dorishinaka. Thank you for the advice. Appreciate it. I think there was nothing here. I think. No, there is a weapon shop, but I'm pretty sure I got everything from here. I did the Nuke transformation spell to take full effect. I guess we need more balls. You know what I could do? I could deposit all my money and just keep dying. All you lose when you die is half your gold. Like, we just keep farming and dying. Just kill us until you die and keep going. The fights do give you Rio, yes. Yeah, Samurai, Shinobi, Leather. Shinobi, Samurai, Leather. Yeah, we got the good stuff here. I think I'm gonna do exactly that. I think I'm going to deposit my gold, but I can't do that here, apparently. They fled in terror. Oh, they can run away when they're too weak, okay. The Wakakusa Jutsu is a technique that can heal minor injuries in a few moments. Take down the cult of Diamond, okay. And this is the guy that gave us the healing spell. So this place does not have a bank because it's not a full-ass town. I'm sorry to see that you are confused, your levels. Hope things improve. Thank you for the 15 bits. Appreciate it. It seems to work. What seems to work? We got toad oil. We have a consumable. Yay. And this enemy is so cool. If Airpulse was having issues. Oh, you wanted to gigantify the emote. Click gigantify, we don't let you. I missed that message. Okay, I think I can't deposit my money here. No, this is a Kumogiri village. Shit, man, how far back do we have to go for there? I can't deposit my gold there. It got multiple strikes on me. It's going to be a long time until we get a level up. I don't know how we're supposed to get stronger. I hope it doesn't charge us to put our money in. Store money. You can store 1,000 at a time, up to a total of 65,000. Yes. Oh, you need at least 1,000. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know, like we can't find any items to upgrade. Leveling up would take too long. I can't put this money away to protect it and just farm until death. So I don't know, this might be just regular as grinding stream. Unless those things give you like a lot of experience and then I just have to like kill a few. Do you have anything else for me, friend? Ziria. I mean, I can just do this. An ass grinding stream. Yes, what a time for a Tink to show up. It's a good thing we all learned the percussive Brazilian butt dance from the instructional video. Yes, that's what we're doing right now. Yes, precisely. Thank you for enlightening us to the activities taking place on this stream. Hello, my friend. Welcome. But I fear we might have to grind a bunch. And when I say a bunch, that guy gives you 100 for a joy. If those were the enemies we were grinding, we would need to kill 50 of those? That's a lot. You don't know how to get stronger, okay, no matter how much it hurts or how bad your body wants to give out. You're resting your hand. And charging your Apple Pencil. Do you charge it with... I'm not gonna go there. You know, stressed and worried, Brother Cooper. Yeah, I was explaining that situation earlier in the stream. We are very fucking stressed out and worried, yes. And not even the in works, right? Charge a pencil with lead. You know, that's pretty good. Red to Ting port. Yes, actually, but I didn't think of framing it quite like that. I approve. Red to Ting port. Okay, it's just one of these. It can do up to 15 damage. That attack 3 damage. So like if I have like less than 20 health, I have to heal. Okay, that was fine. How much experience does it give you? 18. Not that much more. There is an iron door with a die symbol painted on it in red. The door is locked. It doesn't really look like a door, but I guess. Does this have a key? There is an iron key inside. Oh, wow. And you know what? I'm already going back to heal and save because we might... We are dying right here! I can't even get the goddamn key without dying. Flee. Thank you. That's the first time fleeing actually works. You seek it to the top of the iPad, a tiny art wizard magically charges it somehow. That's fascinating! It involves induction and magnets. I mean, a wizard makes way more sense than magnets, man. How do they work? I mean, technically my tablet does have a magnet thing on the side to charge a pencil, but I don't need a pencil for my tablet because I'm not an artist type. But it's not an iPad. I did run this. There's a weirdo frog! There is a weirdo frog following us. Yes, what mean weird name guy? What a weird name that guy has. My tablet. I think you guys saw my tablet. I played 2 Looney Tunes games on it. I'm dying! Stop talking about Looney Tunes and leave! Holy shit, that was so fucking close. Have I tried... Yeah, the scenery. Yes, let's look at the scenery. The scenery is very good. It's one of my favorite things about Dragon Quest games. The scenery behind the enemies. It's a thing that I was fascinating about actually when I was a kid and I played Phantasy Star. Because if you got close to the beach, you got a beach scenery behind you. Like it changed, like it's the obvious stuff for this, depending on the tile you're standing, that defines the scenery you have. But when I was a kid, that was fascinating to me. You think the background for Earthbound would cool without drugs? What? It's less cool with drugs? Is it dithering here for context is very good. That's very important, right? The color palette on the TurboGrafx, because it's hard to use properly. You just have to look at the original Bonk. The colors on the original Bonk are horrendous. You need to know how to use it. Okay, I'm gonna do a little farming loop around here. Your stream died. I'm so sorry, my friend. Where is the wake taking place? Are you going to cremate your stream? Is it back? It is, but very loud. I'm sorry if it is too loud. Why would the... Is a zombie... If you came back to life, then it's a zombie stream. Is a zombie stream louder than a regular one? If so, why? So many questions. Team coming in with the big philosophical ones. Yeah, man. Jesus, I need a lot more. I mean, I did get the iron key, so I could try going still. Maybe you go through that door and there is the boss, and the boss is not too bad, and then it gets easier. I don't know. I'm gonna finish this farming section, save, and then go. Sometimes Apple did 2 updates ago makes the volume a mess. Sometimes the volume slider on screen just stops functioning. I told you guys, my mom has an iPhone. I don't know why. I think it's a mistake. I keep telling her that. It's the only person I know that has... No, that's not true. I only know 2 people who have iPhones, and they always have trouble with their phones. And Apple... And one of the features she uses on her phone is we got a lot of scam calls here in Brazil. One of the things she does is... Well, talking to... Look, I live in Brazil. It makes no sense to get an iPhone if you live in Brazil. I get it that in the US it's a lot more popular. It's the only place in the world where the iPhone is like common. But everywhere else I don't think it makes any sense. So we got a lot of scam calls. So one of the main features she uses on her phone is blocking calls. And Apple released an update and suddenly that function was no longer available on her phone. And I looked it up, her particular model, they just ran out of space, so the button to block calls wasn't there. It took them like 2 months to put it back in. And she was like, how can I block the call? And I'm like, old people can't even find the block call button anymore. Guess what? It wasn't there. When I complain there and not animated water, not even cycling glue. Man, thing is like those Chinese mothers. Why didn't you get an A? Why are you not a doctor already? Jesus, give the artist some slack. Not enough space on this CD, yes. Yeah, that's a nice game. Why no AAA game though? Why didn't you make a AAA game? Try harder. Maybe the water is all frozen. Maybe it's not water. Maybe it's a swamp, the gigantic Jipang swamp. I did have an iPad once. problem with those devices that Apple eventually decides they're paperweights. I can't use it for anything. Meanwhile, get an Android tablet from 20 years ago, you can just load up a custom ROM on it and it keeps churning. I know because I have done that. I like tablets, even though they're not as useful for me as they are for some people. I like having access to one sometimes. Because phone screens are too tiny, man. And if they're not too tiny, then the phone itself is too large and then it becomes annoying to carry around. Which is why I technically like the idea of foldable phones, but the execution on them leaves a lot to be desired still. I wonder if at some point foldable phones would be good. Okay, I'm dropping frames, like what the F? I'm still why? Normalize, please. It's still dropping. And back to normal. I don't think anyone's stream got interrupted. If it did, I apologize. It's outside of my control. And I have to heal after this, because I think these guys can't do that fire spell. Makyō. Oh, they can do multiple strikes. I rarely do multiple strikes, and even more rarely do the critical attacks. Jesus, that's all of my health to deal with these guys. $36 virtual for that is pretty decent, but have to heal again. I wonder if one of those consumables is actually for toilet paper. Toad oil, I'm pretty sure, is healing, regular healing, 30 HP. If there is a consumable for toilet paper that, you know, gives you a lot more healing overall, probably, right? The other consumables are all more expensive than the toad oil, which is the cheapest one. Items, iron key, use. You open the iron door. Oh, everyone, hi. Where are we? Who am I? What are you doing here? You still have your soul, don't you? What, you're gonna fight Gomon? Hey, it's your funeral. All the children are in a little corner. They locked us in here because we're not a coat of diamond. That's so rude. It is rude. It's even more rude when you guys... Holy shit! It's an intestine! We decided to come be digested. Gut stage, yes. Guts floor. Sticky. Now that's what I call a sticky situation. I like how the duality of man. Ew! And then it goes, aww. No guts. I did notice that. Yes, I think they have a generic background for dungeons, battles inside dungeons. Yeah, there it is, the Makyō spell. I have to use this. Which means I have to go back. I don't think I can teleport from inside the dungeon. Yeah. Even just outside of the guts, no. Can't you guys just leave? See, we knew we couldn't trust these diamondists, but did my wife listen? No way. Yeah, fucking wives, right? Okay, one guy I can probably kill. Three damage? Yeah, that's very small numbers. I can probably do one guy again. I gotta. There's like a series of freaking numbers in this racket. Gotta bump those up. Please just leave, thank you. From here, can I use the Kogama from here? No, okay. But it's fine, I can just step out. Kogama right away. And there we go. We're fine, we can rest and save. But it's gonna be a very slow process. I don't know if there's anything else that I could do, other than maybe buying consumables just to last longer. That's what she said. How is... Okay, we're halfway to the next level. It's a good thing you're done with it for the night because the dishwasher just died. Everything is dying. I don't like that. Why is it something nice like the stream or a dishwasher? Why doesn't that happen to something like a printer? Fucking printers, am I right? Dishwashers make no sense to me, you know. Down here in Brazil, they at some point I remember they playing like ads for dishwashers on TV. Try to be like, oh what, you don't have a dishwasher yet? Are you some kind of caveman who washes your dishes by hand? Yes, everyone does that. No one in Brazil understands the point of a dishwasher. Have an alibi. Boss, the dishwasher is dead. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm leaving. Bye! Because it's my understanding that with a dishwasher you have to like pre-wash the dishes anyway. So if you're doing that, why just not finish it? Like the whole thing of like pre-washing, loading up, pre-washing, loading up, pre-washing, loading up, have a cycle, then remove and do whatever. Just do the whole thing at the sink. It doesn't feel like less work. Dealing with dishwasher feels like more work. They are very common in the States, I'm aware. You don't want huge chunks of stuff, otherwise you're very good at washing dishes. Yeah, it's like I said, maybe it works better like that, but than what I feel like. But because no one in Brazil has those, there is no like... There's no momentum going for them. Oh, you know, they're kind of useful. No, they sound like an abstract idea that makes no sense. No one wants to risk their money and their kitchen space with one of those. So it just perpetuates the idea that it's pointless. Not really have a good one. Empty the filter regularly because you can make the water very hot. Hot water is better for the enzyme-based cleaning action. We do have hot water at our sink. You know how we heat it up? We run a wire through the water. Oh, we talked about this before. Can you guys imagine, and this is a very common thing, especially here in the south where it's colder. Can you imagine going to the sink in the kitchen and you go turn it up and the faucet is literally connected to a power outlet that is in the splash zone. Like there are wires. And you turn it up and the thing goes because it's starting to hit the water inside this chamber right in front of you as you're washing. The water is splashing around and the thing is going. That's very common down here. If you have a larger family, every meal means a lot of silverware in place, it makes more sense. But if you have a larger family, then that means more hands to wash the dishes. You guys are lazy. Electric kitchen. See? Tink knows what's up. You think you're making things up. No, actually when I go wash my hands after lunch. When it's in the winter, I do it at the sink that has the hot faucet, like because where I have lunch, they have two faucets. One is heated, the other isn't. So I go for the heated one. The resistance is so loud that if they're talking at the table, I can't listen to what they're saying. Sometimes I'm like, wait, what did you say? And I turn it off so I can listen. I mean, hang on, I can find it. Hang on. Here, this is a very common. This is a very common model. Here, this is a very common model of a faucet that you use on the kitchen. That block under the faucet is where the water gets heated. The water goes through there, a wire is running there. That little knob on the right, you're not supposed to turn it while it's running? 1 year guarantee, there you go. You're not supposed to turn it while it's running. I do because I can't be bothered to turn the faucet off, turn it, open it up. So I just clank while the thing is running, it's fine. 3 temperatures, yes. Of course, one of the temperatures is off. It's either off, mild, or full power where it's very loud. We always use it at full power. Bidet. Right. Let me see if I can find a bad installation. I wish I could find a shoddy installation, typical. Hang on. Just so you guys have some idea what's... Man. No sound. No sound. I just want the image. Here, this is an example of our perfectly safe electrical showers. The problem here that this particular video is talking about is because you're supposed to have a proper installation for the electrical parts. But people are like fucking lazy, so what they're doing here is just adapting the thing into a regular power outlet plug. So they can use a regular power outlet. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have a proper installation connecting the wires, not use a plug like that. So this is dangerous. We don't do this where I live, but some perigo means danger. Yes, Brazil. Danger. Here, like, you look at this, those wires are tiny and they're using zip ties to run the wires along a metal thing where water runs inside. And I don't see a ground wire in there. So yes, it's still better than the exposed wires situation that I have handled a few times, but this is pretty bad. You guys can hear the battle music playing in the back, right? Any other examples here that I can find? This is from a thread where the guy posted this on a forum asking, "My shower head is not heating up the water. Can anyone take a look and help me figure out why?" The battle music whenever you take a shower. The guy wanted the shower head at an angle. That thing is supposed to point down. We have fancier ones that you can incline. That's not meant for that. Look at those wires. You're also concerned by the tiling. It's fine. It's a bit uneven. Look. I'll tell you guys this, it looks dangerous. As long as you don't raise your arms while you're taking a shower. I did that mistake once. Freeform tiles, there you go. Freeform. You built that house. I did tell this story before. I made the mistake of taking a shower in one of these and raising my arm to wash under my armpit. You have to wash your... You have to be like this to wash your armpits. You can't raise your hand too high. It's dangerous. I got zapped once. No, never. I use the arms to shower. There you go. Oh, man. It is recommended that you hire a technician to make the installation. You don't say. Alright, that's enough silliness. Let me close this now. Let me go back to the game. I trailed off because I electrocuted the speech center of my brain. Look, I'm fine. I got zapped in the shower like once, maybe twice. And like, I was a kid. Kids are manageable. It's fine. Does electric shock therapy work? shower time and ideal time for dosage. You see, it's fine because if you start like getting nosebleeds, you can wash it off right there, and the water is gonna be warm. That's the whole point. I can't be here. This place is too long because it's a fucking colon. And it's too full of yeah, no, this place is too fucking hard for me, man. I have to farm. I had to load Twitch in a got NATO tab. And it's working fine. You try logging out in regular Twitch and logging back in, and now it won't let you log in. Oh, that does sound fun. I used to. There was a time where I would watch Twitch. I actually streamed Twitch over to a PlayStation 4 onto the TV that is still over there, you just can't see it. Because then I could control it with the remote instead of being like with the mouse all the way over to the computer. You pushed a vibe-coded change to the Twitch repository before you clocked out for the weekend. That would explain so much, yes. Ah, man. Vibe coding, man. It's an issue, chat. There are a lot of open source projects that are getting like swamped with shit ass merge requests, pull requests. They're all vibe coded, and then the maintainers are like, what is this? What did you do? Can you explain what you did? And then the contributor just disappears. And then they have to waste a lot of time sifting through garbage. No. There are some comments on GitHub that are pretty good. Like, I remember this one about a guy going back to a ticket that had been open for almost a year, asking, hey, main dev, have you been able to look into this issue? And the dev replied, I have, I decided I don't care. I thought that was like very honest. There is this other one that I read, maybe it was just a joke, where the guy was like, have you been able to look at this issue? And a few months later, the dev responded, oh, I'm sorry, I quit programming. I'm actually planting potatoes or something right now, so I don't remember how any of this works anymore. That's a valid career path. I don't think you can find a programmer that has acted in a professional capacity for at least a few years that hasn't at some point considered just going to the fields and grab their sustenance from the earth instead of the current, oh crap. From developer to farmer, precisely, yes. Really done, AI? Yes. What is vibe coding? Vibe coding is when you're like, I want to do something that involves programming, but I don't know about programming, or I'm currently too lazy about that. So you bring up an AI and you're like, I want this, and it writes the code for you. And then you run it and it's messed up. And instead of fixing or improving or using the AI codes to build your own, you tell the AI it's broken, can you fix this? You wait for the AI will write more code, you test it again, you find something else that is broken. Instead of fixing it, you tell the AI again, fix this, add that, now I want this, now I want that. And it becomes a spaghetti of AI-generated slop that is unmaintainable, obviously, and whenever you need to make a change or improvement or fix, you just ask the AI. You never look at the code. Proper vibe coding, you don't look at the code. It's just text files that you have no idea what they're supposed to do. And I feel like the line between vibe coding and AI assisted programming, it's a little bit too thin. It's very easy to be like, I don't know what the AI wrote here. And if you are a decent programmer, you're going to be like, I'm going to remove what the AI did. I'm gonna do it myself and then maybe use the AI to review it. Or I'm going to spend the time to understand what the AI did and I'm gonna rewrite it to something more reasonable. But I've seen devs that are experienced that go, I don't understand what the AI did, but it's working, so I'm not gonna touch it. And that, to me, feels like it's veering dangerously into vibe coding territory. It's not notated. No, actually vibe code, if by notated you mean it has comments and documentation. AI usually writes a lot of comments in a format that it's very easy for a real programmer to spot, because programmers will be like, they will write in the code, this does that thing, I don't know why, but it works, so don't touch it. While AI will be, oh, here we are actually doing this thing because it does that other thing that's very important to fix this use case. And then you tell it, yeah, you did it wrong, you need to check for that. They'll add a comment, oh, we also, here we're checking for that because that is a problem. It's very obvious when the comments were written by AI. Sticking together tutorials and snippets of code to make a Frankenstein code. No, that is actual programming. That's copy-pasting programming, that's valid programming. That's Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V programming. It's valid. It's not good, but it's valid. Every programmer has done that at some point in their lives. Like there is this old joke, this old story about a lady who was learning programming. And her husband was a programmer. And she was doing a course. And at some point, he went to her and asked, well, how's it going? And she was like, no, it's fine, I'm cheating. And he's like, cheating? How? And she replied, no, I'm just, Googling how to do things. And the guy was like, guys, do I tell her that that's how every programmer works? Like, I've been programming since 2001. And before that, I did like batch files, that sort of stuff. And to this day, like, oh, I need to calculate how many days are between this date and this date. I'm gonna look it up, I can't be bothered to remember that stuff. No programmer remembers all that stuff. Junichi Sakamoto from Yellow Magic Orchestra, yes. I did mention that on the first stream. In 1989, when getting guys like that to write music for video games was not commonplace at all. You bought a book to learn code. I still have one, and it kind of helped me. I think it's a common old book. Hang on. I think it's actually kind of like a classic. I bought this when I got into college. The C programming language NC standard. It still has the price tag. It was $6 from Cunningham and Ritchie. Programming in languages. Oh man, this is so fun. I learned programming. Code is great to learn by doing. You have to learn by doing. Comments, yeah. You have to learn by doing. Like I did some teaching in college, like because for my master's degree, like tutoring. I don't know what you guys call it. But I had to do like 30 hours of teaching in the classroom. Dennis Ritchie was one of the designers of the language. Yeah, I'm sure those are very important people. I have no idea. Is it Dennis Yes. And I did a thing with my students where I was like, look, I'm gonna give you guys homework every single fucking day. I'm not gonna grade it. You don't get any points for it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I don't give a fuck. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't do the homework, you're not gonna learn anything. And if you do the homework and you have problems, you send me the code, you ask your questions, and I'll answer all of them. And that's the only way you guys are gonna learn. This was before AI. Way before AI. I think this was before Stack Overflow even. And I had some students that did like, yeah, here's my code, and I don't understand how pointers work. And I would go through the trouble of actually like drawing diagrams in fucking MS Paint. And apparently it helped them. Been wait as a child for certain things when you're still determined to be a ZX Spectrum dev. You discover books sometimes at things like sound drives we just borrow. Always wrote in a thank you. Yeah, some books had literal code and we would be typing and looking at it. There were like magazines that had like full games in BASIC or whatever that you could copy over from the print. And if you missed a character and you don't know, have any idea what you're writing anyway. So yeah, like programming is like, you have to enjoy it to learn it, and you have to do a lot of it. You have to make the mistakes, and I feel that learning with the AI is a problem because a lot of the trial and error of programming that you need to do to learn is going to be skipped over because of AI. Not that AI can't help you learn. I can use it to learn. I have used it to learn. Because there's a thing called rubber duck programming, where you run into an issue and you don't know how to deal with it. You can look this up, I'm not making it up. You grab a rubber duck and you explain the problem to the duck. And in explaining the problem, you break the problem down and you can understand the problem better and come to a solution. The act of explaining helps. AI makes for an excellent rubber duck because you can do all of that and the AI can reply. You use it as a sounding board. Like you go, I don't know, I tried this, this, and this. And the AI, well, maybe you forgot that thing. And oh, yes, but if I handle that thing, wouldn't that break this other thing? Having the AI actually write the code for you is something that I don't do personally, but I have been instructed to do it at work, unfortunately. The rubber duck is on your bookshelf. Yeah. Good thing. Had a book as a kid that you could copy line by line basic games. Yeah, that was a thing at some point. That's fun. Receding, you can see a very dust copy of Absolute C++. Toffee. We got level 9. 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 speed. That's a much better level up. Load the magazines against for the Commodore. Your siblings and you used to type them in together. Very happy memories. I bet. Okay, we got 2 toilet papers as well. We have 4 heals now. Especially learn you can just add symbols and rude words to the output of some time. Yet. I don't know if I can deal with 2 of these. Or maybe I can, my attack has increased. I like programming, you know, I really like programming. It's a shame that, at least professionally, I'll be doing less and less of it. Because if you are a really experienced programmer nowadays, I'm technically a senior programmer or whatever they call my current position. You are being slowly converted into a manager. A highly qualified manager that can still write and review code, but a manager nonetheless. And you're managing AI. And you're watching AI argue with itself, which is a thing. I will tell if someone is a vibe coder before they code for you. Just talk to past client. A good question, man. I mean, if you know what you're talking about, it's easy to ask like, well, what? I mean, some people are so oblivious. Some vibe coders are so oblivious that you talk to them like, what is your favorite language? And they're like, my favorite language is Claude. Those are very obvious. But basically, pure vibe coders, they usually don't know anything about what they're writing. So if you ask them like, oh, do you think you should use a hash map or just a list for this? Did you use a list or a set? Like that's a simple one. A list or a set for this collection? Oh well, for this one it's obviously a set because you don't want duplicate elements and you want to search by the element. No, this one is obviously a list because the order matters. Oh, maybe for this I'll use a queue or a stack because of this and that, because first in, first out, whatever. Those are very basic programming things that a pure vibe coder there has no reason to know those. I have a safe trip so fair. Spotting a vibe coder seems way harder than spotting a vibe designer. Like watching Claude play Pokemon. How little is visible. I mean, you can, if you watch them working, it's very obvious. Like, because when I'm doing work the way my job wants me to do, I don't even need to have the code open. I do because I want to track very carefully everything the goddamn AI is doing. A vibe coder might not even use an IDE. So sad and depressing, people don't want to learn. Scoff at those of us that want to. Well, scoffing at people that want to learn is more of them projecting their insecurity. This place is too large. I have to head back and save. 10 damage, that was pretty nice. Another 10 damage. From seeing a final shift product. Yeah! No, if you're going to be looking at a website, was this vibe coded? Yeah, that's very hard to pinpoint. For example. And look, and I say this very often, unfortunately, using AI to help you develop write code it is a very powerful tool. It's even more powerful in the hands of someone who already knows how to program properly. And you know, just like IntelliSense before it, just basic autocomplete, it is here to stay. And it does replace something like Stack Overflow a lot of the time. I started programming before Stack Overflow was a thing. Like, I remember actually voting for the name of the website. I did vote for Stack Overflow. I did vote for the one that got picked up. But Stack Overflow is like so fucking annoying because it's not meant... Because people want to use Stack Overflow, and I don't blame people because that's how I want to use the website. They want to use it as a place to be like, I have this problem, how do I... I'm gonna die! I lost a lot of money. No, ooh, 2 health! Oh, fuck. Because people want to use it to ask questions, and that's not what Stack Overflow is for. Stack Overflow is supposed to be a repository of data, so it's supposed to have one answer for one question, which is the whole issue with like duplicate questions on the website. It's supposed to be like a wiki. And of course, who decides if a question is duplicate? It's always tricky. Like, is a duplicate of this other one? It's not quite related. So yeah, it's good because you can ask it questions. And did AI to insult you like users on Stack Overflow? I think I saw a prompt for that. I mean, you can set your AI, you can give it like a pre-prompt on how it should talk to you. You can... It did 2 spells, jackass. You can set up the AI and tell it, I want you to answer my questions as if you were on Stack Overflow and you should sound like I'm extremely dumb. Still answer the question and help me, but insult me while you're at it. You can do that. I'm sure some people have. Yeah, you would pay me a bit to vet potential programmer, possibly Discord call just to have I ask him a few questions. I'll just keep you in mind for your future. Fee might want an hour of your time. I could do that. I don't know if I'm a good evaluator of programmers, but I could. I mean, I did interview programmers for a job position, but that was like fucking 15 years ago, more. It was specifically for my game company at the time. There are people who do like... There are like those websites. I haven't done those, I've never had to do those, thankfully. They have like programming tests. But if you try to do that remotely, the guy is just gonna run with an AI for that stuff. Raccoon dog sprites on the map, so cute. Yeah, the tanukis. Otherwise you'll nag husband. He can't sing to me though. Ah, I could do it. I don't know if I would be good at it, but I could do it. I would probably talk to you first to get a good sense of what you want. Although I do have some idea, I would probably ask them, like, have you ever dabbled with, like, using a game engine before? Which game engines have you used? Which language have you used? Oh, you programmed in Unity. Did you do it in C#? Does Unity still support other languages? I think it supported JavaScript at some point. Why would you use JavaScript with Unity is beyond me, but... I mean, I think you can very easily just ask a programmer, like, what is your position on using AI for programming? Because I don't think the right answer is no AI. No. I also don't think the answer is like, I just ask Claude to do things and he does things for me. Unless they qualify that with thank you for the 15 bits. Unless they amend that statement by saying, I just ask Claude because that's what my job wants me to do. Because that's an ongoing crisis. C#, Claude Sharp, like... Yeah, that's a very easy way for me to get back to Ting and say, not this one. Or if they call it C#, they can call it whatever. That's not a good reason to vet a programmer. Although if they call it GIF instead of GIF, that is a big red flag. You fixed it! Ah yes! Yes, you were having problems. Congratulations, my friend. I'm glad you didn't lose your Twitch account. See pound sign. Man, this part here is so annoying. Guys, stuck between these fat people. Don't mind if it helps. Don't want to get ripped off. You're afraid that Chinese suspicion strangeness is happening. You don't like do that. I think it's going to be a risk either way. That's the thing. It has always been a risk. There are stories of people who had a job, a programming job at a big company, who hired Indians to do the job for them, and they paid the Indians less than they received, and then they had multiple jobs and they just forwarded the requests to their team of Indians. People from India, they're called Indians, right, in English. And I think AI is just a modern form of hiring a team of Indians to do your job for you. In some ways. See Octothorpe. Oh, that's a deep cut. Do they even tweet? I mean, actually, I think that asking a programmer what languages they have worked with tells a lot. Even if that's not relevant. It does tell you a lot, because if they tell you, oh, I've ever only worked with this one language, it tells me it's a person that has a favorite language. And that Innards, the place is literally called Innards Grotto, so it is guts. It's called Innards. I didn't make that connection. Like, it's fine for people to have a favorite language, but I don't think that's productive. I think it's kind of like like being a fan of a politician. They have to serve you, the politician, and the programming language. And if it's not the right tool for the job, you should go for another one. Because the syntax should be relevant. What matters is you knowing how you doing the logic properly. Visual Basic 5 and 6, pinnacle of all programming languages. I don't think I've ever written any Basic. Shit. Yeah, because of that, I have to run. Yeah, I might die. If I die, I'll reload. But I want to see if I can get to the end of this with what I have. Because I wrote batch files when I was younger. I actually wrote a game. One of those choose your own adventure games. I had written it in a small notebook. And when I finally got my first computer, I re-implemented the game from my notebook into a batch file. It was my top programming before I actually got into college. And then in college I went straight to C. It's what they used for teaching. And then in college they kind of moved to Java midway through for more advanced concepts. And for work I moved to C++ for video game development, and then I went into PHP for web and games. I talked to you guys about our game that was made in PHP because it was a web game, text-based. And then all the web stuff, and then C# for Unity. I did some Objective-C. Objective-C is objectively garbage. So of course Apple selected that for their stupid devices. I fucking hate Apple and I fucking hate Objective-C. Fucking stupid ass. I would rather be forced to become a full-time Python programmer than writing a single code of Objective-C again. Single line of Objective-C again. Welcome back, Platypus. You did Visual Basic in high school. Pinnacle of Hangman clone creation. Alright, can I talk to this? I was tortured to death. Oh man, the moment your fear is at its peak, you lose your soul. Oh, that's harsh. Yeah, but they still have enemies here. I can't deal with 2 enemies if only one is a Yakko, because the Yakko does the fire spells. I can't deal with 3 enemies, I can't deal with 2 Yakkos. I also did some Perl programming, but that was like 500 years ago. Back in the days before PHP, and I wanted to write dynamic websites where you had to write like CGI-bin. Like you had a CGI-bin folder by standard, and you had like actual programs in there, and you just took the input from the web server and you had to spit output with no helpers to handle the request headers and stuff like that. It was very manual. It was enlightening. Mas a cara delights in souls filled with regret and hatred. CGI-bin, yeah. And how many people here even remember that? A lot of websites had that. And those, that's when I worked with Perl. Then, of course, when it came to PHP, oh man, this is so fancy. Because you just receive the request and it's all there, you don't have to do anything. And you just print out the results and it's automatically managed for you. Some people don't remember that PHP was originally called PHP Tools, and PHP stood for Personal Homepage Tools. Then it grew way bigger than that, and they decided, no, we are a professional thing. PHP is like the least professional language of them all. Even though I've used it a lot. And now it means PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. It's a recursive acronym. The first P in PHP stands for PHP. The archive.org versions of ancient sites are all broken because of how I misconfigured all of them as a kid. Your CGI-bin was fucked. You remember them at their levels. Yeah, CGI-bin was like very hacky. I'm sure there were like good libraries to handle that. I wasn't too familiar with handling libraries and dependencies at the time. This was like first year of college. I'm suffering, please deliver me from this pain. This place is spreading out and I have no sustain in here at all. I would literally have to buy a bunch of mana consumables. This went quickly from cute, how's it Tanuki, to horrible. Just people wanting to die. I was like, in the Innards Grotto. As the grotto consumes the souls that end up here, it could be my turn next. Oh, so this is literally a place where... This is literally a digestive tract for souls. Literally. I think I'm gonna flee. Okay, I can deal with one guy. Guts Grotto. As it turns out, you had to delete Twitch CDN in the browser settings. Oh, you mean like there are cookies and shit? Firefox is really good at that, where you can right-click on a website in your history and like forget this website. And for that address only, it deletes everything including cookies. I don't think Chrome has that. If I could use this here, I would just keep going, but I have to go back because it doesn't work here. I'm a long time Firefox fan. I liked Chrome a long time ago, but... I hope Firefox continues to exist. Google wants Firefox to continue to exist. They were paying Firefox to keep existing so they could like not be accused of running a monopoly. I have LibreWolf installed. I don't I don't use it. I use it for the stream. Like whenever I want to show you guys something, I'll open it in LibreWolf. LibreWolf? I don't even know how to pronounce that. So there is no risk of you guys seeing like my history of shameful Python research. It's all searches about electric shower heads and videos of shiz being made. I actually, believe it or not, I use Edge on Windows, specifically to keep work stuff isolated. I thought I was gonna say my browsing history of fanboys. I don't know, man, fanboys tend to be Rust programmers. I don't know if I'm ready to... if I'm ready for Rust programming. Yeah, I just want to get out of here to carry all the money and the experience we've gotten so far. And now that I do have more than 1,000 Rio, I can put some of that in the bank. Hot.py modulisms, your area want to be compiled now. Tiger Sky Drum, you asked an AI for that joke, didn't you? That's way too hotly specific. Does Python get compiled? Technically it doesn't get compiled. Right, it's an interpreted language. You did not? Okay, I'm sorry for accusing you. That was pretty good then, congratulations. Have you ever, I heard this is a problem, have you ever had people accuse your art of being AI generated? Because I've seen some artists being like, that's my style, it's not my fault that it looks like AI. It has always been my style. You have no idea. No, now you have to know. I want a full report on Python compiling semantics on my desk by tomorrow morning alongside pictures of Spider-Man. Yeah, I was trained on your style, I'm sorry to hear. Encounter rate is so high here. Is it? I don't feel like it's too high. I don't know, man, I'm like numb to encounter rates in RPGs. This seems fine to me. You've been using both brushes. I don't know if I want clarification. Brave Fencer. Brave Fencer Musashi, I think it's called. You're mediocre enough, and it's a very my. Think we've talked about this. You need to stop. Not too skilled to seem suspicious. Fucking hell. God damn it, Tank. I came back down here to put my money away. So if I die, I can accept the death. I don't think you lose the experience. I think it's just the money. Show you some of what your older co-workers make. They are artists. So are you. Listen, I know that when you see someone else doing shit, it looks better. I get it. Come on, I know a thing or two about imposter syndrome. I'm telling you to stop. You can start a jutsu. Why would you start jutsu? Oh, maybe you can't. There's a limit to how many spells you can carry with you. That's fascinating. I realized that you could give a jutsu instead of using it. The only known artist is Schubert, and you know it. Is he a known artist? I'm a known artist. Like, I might have saved somewhere, like, old diagrams of game designs during my game development era with, like, the shittest stick figures to illustrate my points. Okay, so I don't lose that 1000. Maybe I have to keep going and accept death if it happens. Because you do keep the experience. Otherwise, we're never gonna make any progress. Your English is imploding. What English? Imposter syndrome motivates you to give up too quickly. Witty name, guy. Are you even good enough to have imposter syndrome? I fucking love that joke, I'm so sorry. For what it means, Ting, the warmock you've seen of your ass is very good. It's unfair, god damn it. I wish you luck on your typing. Oh! Have you ever showed me the stuff you make? Show me on Discord, yes. As long as as long as you're not referring to the stuff you make on the throne, then I'm not too interested. I don't think. But otherwise, I would be fascinated to take a look at. No poo pics. I mean, if it is like very, very interestingly shaped. Look, it kind of looks like a unicorn, and I look like, a little bit, I guess. Then, maybe, I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that. Like, is your shit even worth sharing? The literal shit, I mean. Seen enough of that. Man, I didn't even get to town. You know, already. I'm not gonna spend. Yeah, I have to heal myself, of course, but I'm going to go heal up already. Ting, I think you weren't here when I told the story that 2 days ago I was having motorcycle classes and I managed to drop the bike on top of myself. I mean, you can't, I don't think you can become a biker without doing that at least once, right? I think it's kind of like mandatory. One resident in the nursing home dropped a family-sized Campbell soup can of a poo. Oh, how specific. Impressive and interesting, I'll bet. Other countries don't even have the German poo inspection shelf built into their toilets. How dare they? They can be painful and expensive. It wasn't expensive. It was a bit painful. And I had to sign a paper where I stated that medical attention was offered and refused. I so wish I could pass on the first time I take the test. But I'm not confident. There's like... I can do all of the test except for one part that I keep failing at. I can get it right sometimes, not always. Which is, there is a part on the test where they have like this thin raised stripe of metal. Like a small, long, thin platform that you have to go on top of and you have to ride on top of it. And you have to engage like second gear in the middle of it. And I keep dropping off to the side. It is the hardest part. Everything else is fine. The ice-sustained, no. You can burn your leg on the exhaust or some part of it. I mean, the exhaust is all the way back. I didn't... I dropped with the normal part on my side. I was stopping. I was coming to a stop and I messed up. Ah, the exhaust, okay. I have driven motorcycles in Asia. They're usually quite small comparatively. Yeah, like, I'm doing the thing on a full-ass bike. To learn properly, I'd rather learn properly even if I don't pass on the first attempt, but do a full learning, changing gears and everything. But we are probably going to get a scooter-style bike. Racer motorcycle platform. Path. I have no idea where you were going with that. And you know what is like 90% of the reason we're probably going to get a scooter? It's not because it's easier to drive, it's not because it's automatic, it's not because it whatever reasons people usually go for. 90% of the reason I'm leaning towards getting a scooter instead of a regular bike is because you can store the helmet under the seat, and that's way too convenient. Way too fucking convenient, I'm sorry. Why doesn't every bike do that? Platform, a shelf of sorts. Yes? I'm sorry, I'm running too innocent right now. Too naive. I'm not catching your meaning. I'm sure it's something wholesome. A Vespa. Yeah, I'm leaning like the most sold motorcycle down here in Brazil, one of the most sold ones, is the Honda Biz. And I'm leaning towards one that is like one step up above that. Your joke is bad and you should feel bad. No, that's not true.
Thank you.
Galitap, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcome everyone from Galitap's channel. I'm Cooper. I stream most days of the week around this time, and we have been playing Tengai Makyō Ziria, the first ever CD-ROM based RPG for the PC Engine CD. It's a very good game, but we're in a very high difficulty spike part of the game right now. So I'm going to go in as far as I can before I die, and I'm gonna lose some money when I die. It's fine, I'll have to live with it. But welcome my friend, what were you doing? Oh, Age of Empires 2. I've watched Galitap playing Age of Empires a bunch of times. That game is awesome, and Galitap is a fun streamer. You guys should follow him. You got to raid me finally. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, K-Dog Prime. It's a sleepy tap raid. Oh, yeah. Was he sleepy? You had to call on the night because you were taking care of your dad's wiener dog. Yeah. We are also having issues dealing with pets down here, so I get the feeling. Dachshund claws. Dachshund. Dag's dog's not taking me separate from your dad well. I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, I'm having trouble with one of our cats. He's currently staying at the vet. Hopefully he'll be better tomorrow. You don't think you could even keep the throttle engaged on those gigantic ass Leviathan beast motorcycles? You know what's funny about the motorcycle classes I'm taking? Is that I barely engage the throttle at all. Like there are 2 times in the entire thing where I use the throttle. And barely fucking Makyō spell. Just like a teensy little bit to engage into 2nd gear, that's it. We don't... Like, now I understand why people complain about motorcycle drivers in my country. Bikers, why they're a problem. Now I understand it. You never go out in the street. Just like a small closed circuit and that's it. They don't teach you anything. As how to actually behave on the road. Like, it's fine for me, I'm already a driver, I know how to behave on the road, but... Most of migraine tea. And then Tiger Sky Drum comes in with migraine tea advice. No, now Zofair has to own it. No, I wasn't a Frigidaire. I was fully interested in knowing what teas are good for migraines. We're gonna be leveling up soon. I think we can level up here. And if I do die, fine, I'll take the loss of gold, of money. It was a Frigidaire, but that's good information. There you go. I drove that around Vegas for a while and you survived. Ah, yes. Yes, one of those. Those are fun. You don't have to change gears in them. They have brake and brake. They're like a bicycle. They're a bicycle with a license plate. Which is good, it's fun. The threat of them crushing you when you crash. Not with that attitude. No, not talk, check. Toad oil. I can't kill 2 of these with those Makyō spells. If I fled from only one, I would stay until the other. But I'm leaning towards one of those just because you can store the helmet under the seat. And you have to buy your own helmet to take the classes. I mean, obviously, I guess. And of course I went to the shop and I was like, what is the cheapest one you have? We have this model that is like so much better and is only $2 more. I want the cheapest one. Can you... I had a question earlier today. Is it considered wrong, unsafe, invalid, illegal to wear Bluetooth headphones while driving a motorcycle so you can have your tunes? Or is that like a no-no? My skull isn't important to give me your cheapest helmet. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny because I bought it new, of course. And then I get home and I peel off the protector from the visor. And there is like a dent, a clip on, like... As I'm riding, there is like this ball of plastic right next to my eye. Factory defect. And I was like, I guess. I didn't want to look at this particular point specifically anyway. No, I shouldn't. Okay, it's illegal. You do not hear emergency sound. Alright. I'm just checking. I assumed it was a bad idea. past dudes on real bikes, Harley style, the radios were bumping, sound like full-size car with a sub in the trunk, holy shit. So helmets have Bluetooth built-in, but is that safe? Ah, Magro spell, fuck. You got ticket for riding a bicycle with headphones. Another thing they don't teach you, I've never once looked at the mirrors on the motorcycle. I don't even realize they're there, or how to adjust them. Well, like when it was the car, first thing you do, you adjust the mirrors, and I have to look at them all the time. And here's the other one, I have to adjust all of them. And on the motorcycle, it's like, whatever, man. Maybe lower your visor. Apparently, if you don't lower your visor, you automatically fail. What type of class is this? It's standard motorcycle class in Brazil. I'm dead. I hoped to get the level first. Hell Magician, that's one hell of a title. Shiny Ray in English. Oh, we do have Shiny Ray down here. Those are electric motorcycles. I mean, no, I'm messing up. No, we do have Shiny Ray motorcycles down here. They're not electrical. No. We do have those. Yeah, Shiny Ray is what I think is one of the main brands down here. I don't keep up with the motorcycle scene down here at all. I never thought... If you ask me 6 months ago, would you ever ride a motorcycle? I would be like, hell no, that shit is unsafe. Why would I do that? And now I'm trying to get a license for it. But down here is Honda, Yamaha, Shiny Ray, and a few others. Oh, tentacles! I don't want tentacles. I wish I could run away. I don't think I can run away. I'm not ready. I thought I would go upstairs. I didn't expect the boss fight right now. Look at that face going. Gah! Gah! He's green on the inside. Whatever, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna keep the experience, I'll lose some money, it's fine. We're gonna lose less than 500. I can farm the money later, I guess. Ever get the chance to just drive a motorcycle into the wide, empty, beautiful, muddy roads of Mongolia? Like Mongolia, it's the most amazing feeling. Yeah, you talk fondly of Mongolia. I can assure you that I'll never be there. Not because I don't want to, but... It's not gonna happen. Unfortunately. I don't think I'll ever be to Asia. Or Europe. Or anywhere, really. I'm just being realistic. I have some healing items, I can try using them. Ow. I haven't been getting a critical since forever. Multiple strikes, are you kidding? Okay, I dodged the second one. Yeah, that guy is over there with a mouth that goes all the way to the floor from Phantasy Star. I freaking love that enemy. Did you see that death animation? That was so cool. You have defeated Gumon, one of the I couldn't read. Okay, we restored our mana so we can stay here for a while. If need be. Okay, that went well. I recommend Shanare as they stand out to being in the middle of nowhere, makeshift repairs on unpaved roads, hauling things that were never meant to haul. I know, those are like how strong the engine is. 125 is like the most basic kind, from my understanding. The thing is that down here, usually a Honda is the kind of bike that you can resell later with most of its price intact. Like, they're basically like hard currency down here. Which is one of the reasons why I go for... Oh! It's, Komuguri Hamlet 3, everyone. I'm gonna save immediately. This was extremely... I was close. I could have finished it before. I felt like the place was going to go for even longer, but it didn't. Good day, you like to keep a record? Yes. I'm gonna drop it down on a different slot. This is not the file you are using. I know. Are you overriding the save file of your brother? You dipshit. Did you guys have that issue? Where you agreed with your brother that each would take a different save file and they saved over yours by accident? I don't think it ever happened to me, but I've heard horror stories of that. If it's 150cc, that would for sure have quite a bit of pep. You don't have to apologize for anything. You do want to be polite. But you don't have to apologize all the time. Is it okay to write it? Yes. Tengai 3. You were the youngest of the three. We have almost as much money as you can put in the bank. My old man told me that the Fire Clan was made of 3 different tribes. Look at this guy's face, man. I love the little cutouts of the characters. I wish all of them had it. That must mean there's 2 other clans besides your own Toad clan, Ziria. Outstanding. Yeah, 1 for each clan. I wonder if each guy gets a different animal following. I know they don't. It's just Kogama following us. Your save file was the first to go if space was... That's so fucking mean. Holy fuck. I bet they wouldn't even... They would be like, dang. It's gone. Go play fucking Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something. What a weird village that was. There were only old people there. I think it was called the Ota village. You'll find it along the river. Okay. Let me write some of this stuff. Kumugi. With 3. Uta village along the river. Only old people. I guess I'll feel right at home then. You have to apologize for your jokes sometimes. It's fine. You have not gone back to working since you said you were just taking a break. And I will blame me and Zofair. Ah, you were just... and you started to have fun here. I'm glad to have ruined your work. I actually am. I hope to do more of that. You have broad shoulders. I don't know. Your brother leading your save and seeing you discover it. Maybe the Slug Hermit knows where you can find the second fire hero. Oh, yeah, the Slug is it's one of them, right? I think. He's lived for a long time. I'm sure he knows a thing or two about the Fire Clan. Welcome to the inn. Will you stay? No, I actually have full everything. The third one is the slug. It's snake, toad, and slug. Bro shortage is a saying. Oh, okay. It means you can take the blame. Ah! Okay. Thank you. I missed that. You won't find anyone stronger than Tsunade around these parts. We had a summer tournament recently and she beat 100 opponents in a row by ring out. So she's fat. Is what you're saying. She's so fat she wins at sumo. Is that a Yo Mama joke? Don't look at the charge on the styles and you technically don't know if it's charged. There you go, man! Sing with the life hacks. He's... The slug hermit lives in a small shrine north from here. Slug... hermit... shrine north. I dropped the lid, the cap on the pen, and then I touched the pen, so now I am marked forever. Oh no, wait, it's gone. Ozun and Rikishi are not very fat, they have massive muscle with a small layer of fat over it. There was a documentary when they showed the MRI of Rikishi. You have to understand something, Ting. I consider myself to be fat. My body fat right now, it went up. I'm at 11%. I'm fattening. I'm a fat person. So that guy, whoever that fuck that is, that guy's fat too. Some of them are hardly even fat at all. They're fat. They're fucking obese. Jiraiya-sama, welcome to the lands of Benmo. This is Kumogiri Hamlet 3. The Diamondists already have great influence here. Do your best, Jiraiya-sama. False. They're fat. They're fat. They're fat. Too many tiny sodas. Yeah, that has to be it, yes. They don't wear diapers. A mawashi would be a terrible diaper. Have you tried using one as a diaper? They use diapers because they're fat. Please respect this streamer. According to rumor... Hang on. Hang on. A mawashi is simply a diaper that won a prestigious career in professional sports. There, that's my argument. Good evening, Gamer Jam. What a conversation to come into. Going to rumor the second hero of the Fire Clan somewhere here in Banmo. Okay, so the second character for the party is here. In Banmo. You think that 11% is at the very, very low end of body fat for the non-athlete man? Technically, yes. The healthy range is supposedly between 14 and 19. But I was at 10, now I'm at 11. So I'm fat. You worry I have body image sadness? You have no idea. I'll leave it at that. My nutritionist had told me the same thing. Wouldn't you know? The three fire heroes must combine their powers to stand against Masakado. I know, I'm working on that. The guy dodged the talk command. You must be Jiraiya-sama. Chief Kumogiri told us to expect you. Ready to give our lives for you, Jiraiya-san. I'm fine, you don't have to. He said Sama first and then he changed to San. He needs to make up his mind on the honorific. Lately the Kitsune have been attacking people, I wonder why. Also, instead of Tanuki, it's gonna be Kitsune here. Interesting. Maybe it's one for each region. Angry. You would have to ban Coopert for this in Coopert. Yeah, that happens. You had to ban Zofair for Zofaring once. Skinny with high cholesterol, let's trade. I almost had high cholesterol once. Just because I was having pastel every single afternoon with sausage. But my cholesterol is usually fine. If you can steal the money, so yeah, this is the stealing game. This is a thieving school. Alright, we can do each of these at least once. Maybe there's like a big reward for doing all of them. You had to time yourself out for a joke once, yeah. You had to. I trust your judgment on that. $3! Holy shit, don't spend it all in 3 places. You hope we see some sumo in this. You know, considering it's supposed to be like a parody of what Americans think Japan is supposed to be like, I'm certain we'll have it. And it's going to be badly represented on purpose. That's my expectation. I ordered you to do it, if you say so. I mean, I tried to explain to my wife, one of my viewers remembered that I once told the story of my balls being licked by the rain. And they said that that's when they realized my stream was a magical place. And she was like, what the fuck does that mean? And I don't know, but it sounds kind of awesome. Now, I could teleport back to the other town and maybe the guy would sell equipment. But we might also reach the next town, so maybe I should deserve my money for that. They are fleeing in terror. They cannot tease us with sumo and not give us at least some shrine sumo. I agree. Of course. Moves his chair to the back of the room. Here, this should be the town. The bridge is broken, there is a cave. Diamondist what? Kitsune. Whoever could that have been, I have no idea. Someone who is very interested about the different... That bridge is broken. Did I say that? This place is a bit large. Laughing from both ends. That's... What do you mean from both ends? I don't know why that reminded me of a very old, slightly homophobic Brazilian joke. Right, this guy comes to the doctor and he's like, Doctor, you need to help me, like I can't figure out why my entrance down there hurts. And the doctor replies, well, as long as you keep calling it an entrance, it's going to keep hurting. Is that too offensive? This is not the town. I think I need to go back. Oh, Diamond Bishop! Look at that art on that guy with the flail. Ah, Mago spells. I freaking hate the Mago spells. No, I have so much mana, I'm not gonna risk running around with little mana, I'm gonna... Because I have a lot of money, almost enough to make a deposit. Everything about Brazilian culture you learned from this stream. Oh boy! That's a problem. Hey, look at that background. You would have said the same thing as a nurse, okay. There is this other slightly homophobic joke that I was thinking of the other day, and I was like, I can't tell that on stream. And I was thinking, how the fuck do I even translate some of that stuff? I'm gonna make a mistake here, and I'm gonna tell the joke. It's a very old Brazilian joke. I think I heard it first in the 80s. And it goes like this, and I'm gonna adapt it a little bit. I have to adapt it. They asked a fanboy if you resurrected, why would you want to come back as? And the fanboy answered, I would like to come back as an ambulance. And they were like, an ambulance? Why an ambulance? Man, he's healing himself. I have to heal myself as well. And he was like, look, you go out in the streets, dressed in all white, with a red ribbon, and everyone is parting ways for you, so you can pass. And then you stop somewhere, and they open you up from behind, and they shove in an entire man up in there. And then you just go out in the streets screaming, oh, oh. I try to keep it a bit sane, within reason. Ah, the village with only old people. Uta village used to be a lively, bustling place, but ever since they built that castle on the other side of the river, all of our young ones have gone off to live in town. There is a equipment shop here. Listen, this is a very important tale. A long time ago, Japan almost fell into something. Because of... I forget. Saying, yeah. The original was a bit weirder. Our priest is looking for the fire hero. He said he has something very important to discuss. A powerful young lady called Tsunade chased the diamondists away from our village. If only she had come sooner, maybe they wouldn't have destroyed the bridge. According to the old tales, the Fire Clan is comprised of multiple clans. The Toad Clan, the Slug Clan, and the other one is the, I forgot. Yeah, we know about those ones. You forgot about the one we want to know. Okay, there should be another map in here. Map of Benmo. Oh, you can only carry 9 items. I thought we were gonna get scrolling. Sell belongings. Okay, sell the toad oils. And buy the map. Gonna see some mess of sanity matter on a street corner barking a passing car is probably yours. You ran away long ago. Okay. Right, you start on that bottom left red one. There's the cave I skipped. We are on the blue house on the middle right. That bridge is broken. Then we walked up to that house in the middle bottom, but we went inside it, then we left. Alright. I dodged. I can't believe those nasty diamondists, whatchamacallits, broke the bridge! Now I can't go to the hot springs, and my son can't visit me! What are we going to do? A group of diamondist acolytes and kitsune raided our village and destroyed the bridge. Why would they attack a bunch of old coots like us? I'm going to, I'm gonna to store items. Up to 32 items. I'm gonna store the giant tweezers. I don't think we'll use them again. The yaoi sword, I don't think it's... I think we should sell it, but I'm gonna keep it because we're supposed to be special. And we're gonna sell the map of Tsukuba because we finished with Tsukuba. And I'm going to withdraw my money because I might be buying shit. Her son can only visit her at the hot springs. I mean, he's into what he's into, man. I'm not gonna judge. Don't judge their relationship. All women naturally know a way to send men into panic, crying crocodile tears. When Tsunade cries crocodile tears, you never know what's going to happen. Tsunade is the best wielder of axes in the Far East. None can match her skill. If you ever find an axe, let Tsunade wield it. Okay, axes. Oh, I'm gonna actually write that down. So, Jiraiya uses swords and Tsunade uses axes. Not currently googling crocodile tears. Crocodile tears are like, it's an idiom, like fake crying. We actually have the same one down here. You're thinking a free ticket into the hot springs now that you think about it. Maybe don't think about it too much. If we cut down the sacred tree, we could use it as a bridge to reach the other side. There you go. The sacred tree, we can't just cut it down, right? Of course we can. Basically we need to have Tsunade so she can use the axe to cut down the tree. Pretty sure that's the puzzle. And the priest of the shrine, the gods in all their mercy sent me 3 revelations this morning. First, the sacred tree must be cut down to be used as a bridge. See? Ah, shit, this is... I'm writing my notes on the wrong spot. This is Ulta Village. Sacred tree must be cut down as a bridge. The Byakko X must be used. Byakko. And the fire here, the scent of the slug flame must yield the Byakko X. Okay. Now you explain, I think I've heard that before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have the same idiom down here. Jiraiya-sama, as a fire hero yourself, surely you understand the meaning of these divine messages. I beg of you, will assist our village now. Thank you so much, you truly are a fire hero. Have accepted the priest's request. Acquire 1 over 3, yes, okay. If you say no, no experience for you. Fake tears, sometimes shed to prey upon someone. Yeah. Sort of similar tears that cat sheds for the mouse. Yeah, usually crocodile tears are fake tears shed to manipulate people. New Moon Sword. What the fuck is a kunai? What the fuck is a kunai? I'm gonna look it up, literally. Kunai. Ah, it looks like a throwable weapon like a shuriken. So why would I want one? The Shinobi Katabira, I'm pretty sure that's what I have. Yeah. So I can buy the New Moon Sword. I'm gonna check just to make sure it is indeed better. Samurai Sword is 6 plus 1 for Jiraiya, and the normal sword is 8 plus 2 by Jiraiya. So I'm going to equip. And then I'm gonna... Wait. On body, on head, on feet. Alright, no, it's not the shuriken. I thought we have a slot we have nothing equipped on, but it's not the shuriken or kunai. Very nice skinny pixel font, you're impressed. Yeah, that's the work of the fan translators. They did a very good job of having different fonts that fit different things in different places, which is a very annoying part of translating games a lot of the time. And some games just don't give a shit and then the text gets too wide and it breaks. Right, I want to sell the samurai sword. No, nothing else. 11% bodily fat. Then it's a fat font. Fat font. Shame on you. Hasf? What is Hasf? You know what I'm gonna do? For safety, I'm gonna farm enough gold to deposit it. Right, I need like another 54 gold. Not gold, Rio, whatever. And then another 10 for the inn. I mean, I can steal from them. Need to meet something, have achieved a new bag here. Have you? What have you achieved, my friend? Badge. You already had that wolf before, I think. Unless we're talking about something else. Or had he had that's a banana peel, right? Unless we're talking about a completely different type of badge. Oh, the Fluff Care badge. You do deserve a Fluff Care badge, yes. Zulfair has been very generous with Fluff donations. We do appreciate it here. Like, I was starting the stream and and I open up OBS, and then it tells me about Zofair's fluff donations from when I wasn't streaming. And I had to just rush downstairs and wake up my wife just to tell her that we got more donations for the cats when I wasn't even streaming. Who does that? In Zofair does that. This is pretty bad. I might die here and lose all of that gold that I was trying to... save. I'm doing this so I can store the money safely. Do they have any money I can steal? It's kind of funny. They do. They have a good, decent amount of money. I think the bits, like subscriptions, Twitch eats a lot, but I think the bits they come clean, actually. You were saving bits was a far better cause. I appreciate it, friend. I might be mistaken, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the bits, the Twitch barely eats anything out of them. Like, I think I can... Yeah, like it comes clean to me. Like, Zofair donated 1,000 bits. On those days I did not stream. I have 0 other sources of revenue for those days because I wasn't streaming. And Twitch reports exactly $10 for each of those days. Protection against chargebacks. To buy the bit to pay double the cost. Oh, I was not aware. There is an issue though with other forms of donating, like something like say Ko-Fi for me. And I will have to maybe do some research. Is that Twitch specifically a few years back, when I first streamed in 2018, it wasn't like that. But when I started in 2023, 24? I don't even remember when it was that I started. Twitch actually did a thing where it used to be that we had to spend like a lot of money to get money from Twitch because of transfers to our country and taxes and whatever the fuck. And nowadays, however they did it, the money drops clean into my account, and I don't know if Ko-Fi will have something like that. Getting money from overseas down here in Brazil can be difficult. I can't say... Well, I can't save, I can't rest the amount of money I have. Let me put the money in. If I die, it's whatever. You should check if the US dollar is down. It's better to buy bits. You have to pay double unless you go insane and buying the triple digits. Yeah, I don't think... I don't know if there are better ways for me to receive donations. Because of transfers, like it's not as trivial for us. How much is the rest of the inn? Right, that's a 25% cut. I don't want to save yet. 20 bucks. Okay, I need to get 20 bucks. International transfers are not trivial. They're not. That's the main draw for me to have things on Twitch. And not complicated things by having other sources of income like Ko-Fi or whatever. Specifically because Twitch does transfer it all cleanly. Like, I don't have to, like, because there was a time where I had, like, an Android app that had ads in it. And I had to spend, like, nearly 2 hours in the bank trying to explain, yes, they download the app, there are little ads in it, and I make money from that. So they could figure out what forms I had to fill. And I still lost a bunch of money every time it got transferred. So for that reason, Twitch is very good for... Oh, Lekka, that's new 10 damage. I might just heal up. I need 20 bucks. You dropped 13. I had 4. That's 17. I need more. If I had stolen, I would have gotten more, but I don't want to be locked in a fight with that guy for too long. Oh really? It's just this guy. Oh no, the priest is fine. And that's enough money? It is. This guy to rest and fill up the mana, aka toilet paper. It's so interesting, right? Because from the looks of it, you can transfer the spells between characters. I don't recall another game where you can do that. Like, you hold this spell, you hold this spell. Jiraiya-san, I'm from Komogiri Hamlet. This town's bridge has been destroyed by the Daimonists. They finally acknowledged the threat posed by the Fire Heroes. The battle is going to be fiercer than from now on. Hang in there, Jiraiya-san. Yes, okay, I will. A Chicago school is west of our village. Its library is very well stocked. Oh, that's the place I was to before. And I might go back for that cave. I kind of expected someone in this town to send me to that cave. Has books on the Fire Clan and Masakari. You should check it out if you have time. Yo, 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 I came from north before the bridge got wrecked, yo. Beyond the bridge, there's hot spring with a blue-eyed babe, yo. Yo, 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 when I think about her, yeah, you understand when you see her, yo. Yo, yes, that's probably a youngling. They speak weird these days. Let me save again, guys. No, I like to save at least twice. And luckily my files are being backed up daily, so it's very hard, but not impossible for me to lose these saves. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be stopping the timer here. 5 hours 47 minutes. And we should be coming back to this game tomorrow.